Hello Libra, I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and today we're going to take a look into the Akashic Records to see what message Source has for you. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have any of those placements, odds are there is a message in this reading for you today. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Just take a look at that site, and then you can come back here and watch the video of your choosing. All of them should be up no later than midnight tonight, which is Tuesday, August 26th, 2025. So make sure you check them out. Also, keep in mind, my love, it's a collective general reading. That means it's not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore messages may come through today that don't fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. Just means it's meant for another Libra or another Libra placement watching. So take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. And with all that said, let's dive into your reading. Tapping into the Libra collective now. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do you have in the Akashic Records for Libra? What is their message at this time? We're going to get one more shuffle here for you, Libra. Thank you. And your message today, fresh start. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you have been given. At the bottom of the deck, you have inner peace. You are letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have dependence. There's something or someone you are clinging to, and it's keeping you from stepping into your light. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. Okay, definitely on par for the messages that I have been receiving here for the Libra Collective. So if none of those messages have resonated for you, then just you'll have to check another placement. I'm sorry. This is clearly what the collective here on my channel is going through. It looks like a fresh start. Could be in career and finance for some of you. For others of you, very well could be love and romance. This could also be separation from you, maybe the community you live in because you're relocating. Maybe you're deciding to disconnect from a friend or a family member. And for others of you, this very well is the departure of a loved one in your life, like maybe you're separating from your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse, etc., etc. Let's see where we go with this message. Tell me more about fresh start here and inner peace for the Libra Collective, for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know at this time? One more shuffle here. It's so weird. So every now and then I'll channel a song. It doesn't happen all the time to me. So I just heard, I think it's Martina McBride. I don't think I've heard this song for a long time. Let Freedom Ring. I think it's called, it's like Independence Day. And if I remember, I'm now getting flashes of the video. I'm pretty sure it's the video where she's leaving a toxic or abusive relationship. So that might be important. Maybe someone here likes country music, or maybe you're a Martina McBride fan. I don't know. Maybe you want to take a look at that video or those lyrics. There could be some kind of message within that song for you. Let's keep going here with your reading. First card out we have is the Three of Wands. That is followed by the Death card, followed by the Star, and then you have the Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Devil, and we have the World. So there is something toxic here in your life, situation, environment, connection. This could even be a pattern for some of you, or a habit, right? Let's not overlook those things either, because they're essential to our everyday living. So maybe for some of you, this is a fresh start because you're entering a rehabilitative program, or you're deciding to quit smoking. Or maybe it's a fresh start because you'll start eating better, or exercising and taking care of yourself internally and externally better. So remember, it's a collective reading. Take this how it resonates. It's not all about divorce. It's not all about separation between you and another person. This could just be separation between you and a toxic trait or habit or pattern that you have that you're now working to overcome. But I do see you working to overcome this. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of self-mastery. And I feel like what you are mastering here is closing out what appears to be a pretty toxic cycle in your life. And this could even be like thinking poorly of yourself. You know, maybe some of you have been caught for quite some time in the Eight of Swords. For me, that's like the lower octave of the Devil. So maybe you're overcoming fears, doubts, and insecurities, or self-image issues that you have. So let's dive a little deeper into this. We have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is you, whether you're masculine or feminine. Literally, it's you, like astrologically speaking. That is your placement for the Queen of Swords. So I want to see what this Three of Wands is, because I feel like this is like the preparation phase. Now, everyone's on a different point of this timeline. The Libra Collective is shifting. You are leaving something or someone toxic. There's no doubt about that. What you're leaving is different, and the time span that you'll be leaving it in is different. So for some of you, maybe you exited this in the last year. Stick with me because we're still going to see what comes after that world card. So that may still be relevant for you. For others of you, you're just at the beginning phase. And then I have that third group of you where you're really in the thick of it now. So again, just take the portions of the reading, how they resonate to you. So 3 of Wands. This is definitively making the decision to turn your back on the past, because in the original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, the 2 of Wands is someone who's standing on that turret, right, of the castle, and they're looking out. The old tried and true kind of Ace of Wands is tethered to the castle wall behind them, and they're contemplating leaving it. In one hand, they have the new Ace of Wands, and they're holding the globe, and they're looking out at the vast world in front of them and thinking there has to be more to life than this, right? Than this old Ace of Wands. But in the 3 of Wands, they have decided to turn their back on the past, and they are firmly now waiting for their ship to come in. Either they're planning their exit or they're waiting to exit. So again, this could be career, finance, love, and romance, or some other situation in your life. But this is a group of you where you have decided to do this, or you're well on your way to making that decision. I don't know why I just heard September 3rd. So I'm doing this reading on the 26th. Maybe for some of you, September 3rd will be a pivotal date. I might want to jot that down somewhere. Maybe put that in your Google Calendar, see what happens on that day. Tell me more about this 3 of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The 3 of Wands is being clarified by the King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Oh. So, and now I have a King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So it's a lot of people cards here. So I can read that, you know, a million different ways. You claim it, how, you know, how it pertains to your life. For some of you, you're turning your back on a family situation, a friend group. It could be a company that you work for. Maybe you're deciding to leave the job and start another one. For others of you, you might be changing the entire industry. You might be industry jumping here. Maybe you were an accountant for X amount of years and now you're deciding to be a sous chef. For some of you, you're leaving a job which was a bit of a comfort zone because you want to branch out here. King and Queen of Wands are typically the entrepreneurs. So for some of you, there's something like that happening here where you're leaving an established business. The Queen of Pentacles would be the established business. And now you're setting off to open up your own company. For others of you, you are leaving a third-party situation, whether that means, and I don't know where on the point you are, you're leaving your person because they had another person, or you're leaving your person because you have another person. That also could be what's transpiring here as well. But you're turning your back to up to 3 individuals here. And you're taking the inspired action to do this. This is you protecting yourself. This is you deciding to bring something toxic. So I remember one of the times that I decided to quit smoking. I didn't cut off everyone who smoked, but I made sure to not hang around them as much. So it could be something like that where you're changing the dynamic of your involvement in a friend group. Maybe they're heavy drinkers and now you're deciding to quit drinking. So something like that could be at play as well. The Death card, this is what you're preparing for. And I don't mean that it's an actual death. I think you're preparing to end something pretty significant here in your life. Tell me more about the Death card here. What is Libra ending? Thank you. We had the 7 of Wands here. So you're standing your ground. Some of you, you've already done this. For others of you, you're in the middle of it. And then that third group of you, this will be occurring in the near future. I'll try to get timing for you on that. But never let tarot timing dictate your life. You will move in a time that is right for you. But this is for those of you where you're making that decision and you're very firm. The 7 of Wands is like, this is my line in the sand. I'm on this side. You're on that side. Don't cross it. I will defend my energy. I will defend my space. I'm defending my future. I just heard I'm defending my future. 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands. And if you cross that line, I will fight you. I will challenge you. You're claiming your independence and your autonomy from something or someone here. And it's like, don't challenge me. Don't cross that line. A Knight of Cups. I may love you. I may love you, but that doesn't give you the right to do this to me anymore. Wow. So this is difficult. This is, you know, and I'm not going to say people love smoking. I'm just using that as an example. But as a smoker on and off, yeah, I can see how it's enjoyable to have a cigarette in the morning. But, you know, let's say, and we'll simplify it by saying you're quitting smoking. This is like, you know, maybe you live with someone or you live with people or you see the same people every morning. It's like, don't tempt me with a cigarette. Don't do it. I love you, but don't do it. I'm really making a point here to quit cigarettes. So I don't want to smell the smoke in the house. Like, I'm going to need time, right, to adjust to this new way of life that I'm pursuing for myself. So it could be something like that. For others of you, you're being very firm with someone. I just heard don't call me. Maybe for some of you, you're completely blocking this person. That's probably for one Libra watching. I'd like to know more about the King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So I can just narrow down that message a little bit more. One more shuffle. Thank you. Further clarifying this by the Fool, the new beginning. Six of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So whatever that has been for you, situation, environment, connection, pattern, habit, etc., it became way too burdensome. I think at some point you took a chance on it. You took a risk. There was trust, right? The Fool card is the trustful. I trust that you'll be there for me. I trust you will honor me. I trust that you will be loyal to me. I'm trusting the universe. So it's a trust fall. And I think for a while, in whatever this was, you had a level of success or happiness in that Six of Wands card. But the Six of Wands suddenly became the Ten of Wands. So it became too burdensome for you, probably for a while. The High Priestess energy here tells me you probably kept it to yourself. This was like a grin and bear it type of situation. And then finally, Six of Swords, you've decided enough is enough. I need to move on from it and move towards the new, with the Ace of Pentacles here. So a little bit more context there for those of you where you're, walking away from someone or something. It just became too burdensome, whether that's too much of an emotional burden for you, financial burden, psychological burden, etc., etc. Clarify the Star. There's a period of healing here now that you will be undergoing as you make your way towards the exit, because we have the World card there. So tell me more about the Star card here. This is a journey of healing here. Finding your inner peace. We have the Empress. That is your energy there, right? That is, the Empress card is ruled by Venus, and you are ruled by Venus. So we have Venusian energy now on the table. So this is an act of self-love. So when you're going through this process of healing, because many of you are not there yet, you will be nurturing yourself in ways that you never have before. And you're the Empress, whether you are masculine or feminine. Seven of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. Wow. Whomever, whatever you're departing from, if it's an actual person, this really is limited to no contact with this person. And maybe it's because for some of you, you've put up some healthy boundaries, or you're about to, and you will have a repeat offender here. And at some point, for some of you, you're full out blocking this person. The Seven of Swords card in this deck is holding 5 swords. So there's something here about if this person continues to do this Five of Wands nonsense, you're going to kick it up a notch to the Five of Swords, and that Two of Swords being the block, right? Typically in the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, that Two of Swords is like enough, because that's the Moon in Libra. And so if something's not fair and balanced, we don't want to act on it. We don't want to make a decision on it. So for some of you, you may decide to literally block this person. For others of you, you are creating a strategic plan here on how to nurture yourself while simultaneously gearing up for the eventual close. Six of Cups. Tell me about the Six of Cups connection. Tell me about this Six of Cups connection. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords. Kind of called out when I saw that Seven of Swords card. So you have at least one other person here. Friend, family member, lover, child. You have someone here who will help you in this fight. Could be an attorney. Ace of Wands to get you to this new beginning. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Hangman. So you have someone here. And again, could be your parents, could be a friend. This could be someone online, could be a counselor, could be a therapist, an attorney, a financial advisor. You have a soulmate, soul bond connection. They're solid. They want what's best for you. And they are helping you move through this or heal through this. If you don't have this person yet, they'll be entering your life. Not every card in tarot is timing, but I want to get timing for those of you where you're not quite there yet at this stage. Can I have timing for Libra? For those who are not at the Seven of Wands stage, when will they be experiencing that? Again, don't let tarot timing dictate your life, but I know some of you may be curious. One more shuffle here on timing. Thank you. The Magician. So those of you where you really, really are trailing behind, you might try to make this work for quite some time. But the Magician is Virgo energy as well as Gemini energy. So for some of you, this is happening right now. We are officially in Virgo season. For others of you, you may try this a few times with this person, but between now and Gemini season of 2026, you're calling this done. So if you wanted that timing, there you go. For some of you, this started Virgo season of last year, and you're a little bit closer to wrapping it up, or you already have, and then in that case, we'll see what's coming next for you in that World card. For those of you where you don't know this new person, can I get timing when the new person enters? And we'll make the timing based off of when you start to close that out, because this is coming afterwards. So for those of you who you don't have this person in your life, timing on that person relevant to that Seven of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Lovers. Again, another sign here to Gemini, but in terms of timing, could it be Gemini season? It could. It could also be summer. We're still in summer if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you're gearing up for summer in a couple of months. So you can claim that how you want, but ultimately, in terms of timing, the Lovers card is a choice card. So what it's telling you is once you make the choice to do this, not long thereafter, you have support here, whether it's a person or people currently in your life or new people you will meet and connect to that will help you through this process. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the World card. So you're conquering this. This is like working 8 days a week when there's only 7 days in a week. So for some of you, this is going to take a lot of planning, especially if this is a spouse or someone that you have finances tied up with. For others of you, you need to work at finding another job before you can leave the toxic work environment. For others of you, this is a living situation. You'll need to work with someone like maybe a realtor or something like that in order to find a new housing situation for yourself. The Devil. Tell me about the Devil. Tell me about the Devil here. One more shuffle. Thank you. I want to take a look at these cards since they showed themselves. Four of Cups, Nine of Cups, Page of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. We'll see if they come back out again. I get the feeling that whomever or whatever this was at some point made you happy, right? Nine of Cups. And then it looks like you received some kind of information in that Page of Swords, which then put you in the Four of Cups, meaning suddenly it didn't feel good anymore, or you felt rejected or neglected or overlooked. Okay, tell me more about the Devil here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Devil is being clarified by the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. That's why it's so hard to depart. And the Page of Pentacles. Some of you have children tied up with this individual. It is a soulmate, soul bond connection. Doesn't mean it's a healthy one, especially when the Devil's there. It tells me it's quite karmic in nature. So whether you were in it 1 year, 5 years, 20 years, there was a lesson here. I know you hate hearing tarot readers say that, but I'm of the firm belief every single person I come in contact with, I have something to learn from them. Whether I want to learn it or not is up to me. Whether I'm paying attention or not is up to me, right? We all have the divine gift of free will, but I do believe that there's some kind of lesson to learn from everyone. Ever walk into like a store and you overhear someone being really rude towards their children or their spouse, or they're on the phone, you just learn something. You learn like maybe not to behave that way in public, or don't air out your dirty laundry in the, in the produce aisle of your local food store. Don't speak too loudly on the phone. Like, we learn these little lessons from watching people, most of us, right, if you're paying attention. So, but this was a biggie. This was a big lesson for you. Some of you have children with this person. Some of you, this person had a financial hold on you. So it was like maybe due to your self-esteem, you felt like you could not leave. I can't leave this job no matter how toxic it is, right? They pay me well. For others of you, this was the spouse who maybe was like the primary breadwinner, or the business partner who had more shares than you did. There was that Six of Pentacles to the Devil is like someone controlled you, controlled your time, or controlled your money, or you felt obligated to stay with them, or like I said, primary breadwinner. There's also some type of toxic codependency here, financially speaking. So maybe you want to break away from the family, but you don't feel like you can be financially independent. And so you stay in a toxic situation out of that financial codependency. So you have lots of different reasons there why it's so difficult to break away, or why it's taking so long. Because for some of you, that's a good message. For some of you, you're the Page of Pentacles. You may not have a job, or not make enough money to go out on your own. And that's why this process will take you a little bit longer. Remember in that timing card I said between now and Gemini season, because some of you may need, the next, 6, 7, 8, 9 months to get your finances in order. And no shame in that. It took me almost a year before I left my marriage. So if you're doing that, you're smart, you're right to do that. The World. What comes after all of this? What comes after all of this? What is next for Libra? One more shuffle. Thank you. Where are you going next, my love? Six of Swords, moving on. Nine of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. You cannot make it up. Wounded, battered, yep. A little fatigue, yep. Make sure you take care of yourself. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. Look where you're going, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is the best happily ever after card next to the sun in tarot, because it's tangible. This is freedom. You can teach, taste, touch, feel. This is financial abundance. This is the best happy card in the deck. I know everyone aims for the 10 of cups, but most of us think we're in the 10 of cups and ends up being the 10 of shit. Let's be honest. The 10 of pentacles is the connection that lasts 10 plus years. It takes a long time to nurture this. It starts with a little page, holding a simple ace of pentacles. You have to grow and nurture that ace of pentacles over a long stretch of time to get to the 10. So whether this is just your independence, your financial stability, or your overall happiness, you're headed towards the 10 of pentacles. Like I said, a bit wounded, a bit weary. This almost broke you, but it didn't. You go from the 10 of wands to the 9 of wands. You're like putting 8 wands behind you, and you're holding the ace of wands. You're holding the new beginning. It's like, what's that Kelly Clarkson song? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Tell me more about that 10 of pentacles. Tell me more about the 10 of pentacles here. October 10th might be relevant for someone watching. I don't know why I got that date. October 10th might be relevant. A little bit more clarity on that 10 of pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of pentacles is clarified by the 10 of cups. Strength. And the 5 of pentacles. Bottom of the deck, emperor. Well, remember you came out here as the empress, whether you're masculine or feminine. This is financial happiness. This is emotional happiness. This is strength like you've never seen before. The 5 of pentacles tells me this is not a clean break for most of you. You will need to rebuild your finances, especially if this is a divorce. But you do, because I'm asking what that 10 of pentacles is. It's you rebuilding your finances. If you're starting at the 5, like if this is a 50-50 divorce split or splitting up of a business, assets, are you starting off from scratch with less than what you have now? Of course, because right now you've got joint resources with someone, but you will make your way to the 10. And you have someone here who's helping you with this. It could be this person, or it could be someone entirely new. That's a divine counterpart, like a divine soulmate, a beneficial soulmate. That's someone that's the same vibration as you. That's someone who's your path and their path are intended to cross, because it's a mutually beneficial soul bonding experience for both of you. That could be the new employer, the new place where you live, where you're working. Give me more on that emperor. Could be a love partner out in the future for you. Tell me more about the emperor. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Whenever I say something in tarot and it's immediately followed by an ace, especially one that flies out of the deck, that's like the divine doubling down on this. So this person that you meet in the future, when this whole thing closes up, is not a karmic soulmate. That person is a beneficial soulmate. No hard lessons for that with that individual. Tell me a little bit more about the emperor. Tell me a little bit more about the emperor. I have a feeling the emperor went through something similar. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yeah. 4 of cups. Yep. 9 of cups. And then Knight of Wands. So the emperor, empress, whoever this person is, they went through something similar also. They were in, a situation, environment, connection, a habit that was difficult for them to break from. At one time it made them happy. And then they were rejected by it, or they decided to reject it. This is someone who at some point was inconsistent. So, smoking on and off, or drinking on and off, whatever. If you're, departing from a habit like that, this person had the same one, like multiple tries of trying to like break that habit. This person's going to get you. This person will get you. And if this is a love partner, you existed in a connection that was the 4 of cups. This is your 9. And this person went through the same thing. So this is a divine pair. It doesn't get better than a healed empress to a healed emperor. So make sure you take your time to heal. If this is a love connection that you're leaving, don't worry about finding your next person. They're out there. Take it from someone who found their person when they weren't looking, like literally 3 months after I left him. Left a 24-year marriage and did not think I would find my person who I'm with today now. So almost 5 years. And that was the last thing on my mind, right? I mean, I'm 3 months out of a 24-year relationship. I wasn't dating. I wasn't on apps. I was, trying to get my new place in order and finding out where I'm going to now generate a source of income, and how am I going to divvy up the property and our items and all of that stuff. So it will catch you unaware when you're not looking. You will find this person, and this is your true countermate. So between now and then, just make sure you are a healed emperor, empress, because this person will have done the work already. That is what I have for you, my dear. We have the moon here, the Hierophant, and the Tower. Yeah, whatever this is, it's coming to a close. The doubts, the fears, the anxieties, the addiction, the habit, the toxic connection here, the relationship. Was it a spiritual lesson for you? Yes. What that spiritual lesson is for each of you is different. Take this time to figure out what that was. Did you have to learn financial independence? Did you have to learn how to speak up for yourself, how to not ignore the red flags, to not be a people pleaser, to not try to absorb everything and push all the pain down because of the family or the kids? There's a critical lesson here for the Libra collective, and something's telling me it was all about you learning how to speak up and put yourself first. On your new chapter here, that's exactly what you'll be able to do. And most of you have someone here waiting for you when you get there. That's what I have for you, Libra. If you like that message, resonated with you, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out your other placements. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you good luck with your journey. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.